What's up, people? This is Mason's Mindful, episode 1. And this is just going to be where I'm talking about things I'm thinking about, feelings I have in the day. And today, I'm going to talk about getting older and like how things have changed and how I've thought about how things have changed. I guess one thing that's kind of different about me right now is like this, like my mustache. I mean, I got a mustache. I like it. I think it's cool. But it's one thing I look at myself in the mirror and I'm like, wow, like I was a kid yesterday. I graduated high school yesterday. I went to kindergarten yesterday. Okay, that's like a little too far. I didn't go to kindergarten that long ago. But it's really hard for me to like understand that life is moving on and it's not stopping. And the days go by fast. Even if I do a lot in a day, and even if I feel like a moment is going slow, it literally just slips by like boom. And it's frustrating, it's weird, it's confusing, it's exciting, it's everything that everything could possibly be, if that makes sense. It's like anything is anything. So I'm not really saying anything when I say that, but it's just weird accepting the fact that I'm getting older. And as I'm getting older, I'm thinking about the things that I want to focus on and the things I want to do for my life. So for like me, I'm an actor. I love to act. I'm in a show right now, and that's kind of just been my job right now. That's kind of all I've been doing. And previously, I've worked other places like grocery stores and restaurants, and I started working at my high school, and that's weird. It's really strange. I got lunch, or no, I didn't get lunch. I didn't like go out, but I was in the break room and I sat down and ate lunch with my old government teacher. That's pretty fucking weird. It's weird to think about. I mean, he's a cool guy, but it's weird. It was just something where I was like, wow, I'm older. I'm a peer. I'm a peer to one of my teachers, to a class that I was doing terribly in, but he still said I was one of his favorite students. So that's pretty cool. But I've just been thinking about those things. I've been thinking about like, all right, I'm 20. I turned 20, and I want to do the things that I want to do. I want to do the things that I care about so much. I want to make that my life. I want to make that my career. I want to make that my job. So I'm going to do everything in my power to do that. Because right now, till I'm 30 and even a little bit past that, I don't have that many responsibilities. I am responsible, and I do have a lot of responsibilities. But at the same time, I have nothing to lose. And I've been grateful enough I didn't go to a 4-year college right after high school, so I really don't have any student loans I have to worry about. So that's a blessing, and I'm so thankful for that. But I know there's a lot of people that I know, and I know that there's a lot of people that, I mean, just majority of people, both maybe in this country and in the world, are going to have to take the time to pay that off and take the time to figure it out after and get a job. You know, it's like, that's the thing that they're going to be doing. I don't have that. I have the ability to go out and do the thing I want to do. So I'm going to do that. But I guess what I'm trying to say is like, the older I get, the more I'm thinking about that. And the more I'm thinking about my priorities. Like, what do I really care about more than anything? A lot of people, especially with social media, I think a lot of people are just like, make money, make money, make money, make money. But at the end of the day, like, money is kind of just a number. And I'm not saying you should screw yourself over by spending it all, or screw yourself over by never saving your money, because that's responsibility. You should save your money. You should spend money on things that you need and limit the things that you want and make room for both. But at the same time, if something goes wrong, like if life happens, like life is just thrown at you at once, you don't have a lot to lose right now. And so that's what I'm trying to tell myself. And I listen to a lot of people. I guess I'm trying to figure out like a good schedule, a good daily routine. And I have the things that I want to do. But I think it's really such a blessing because I'm not able to do everything I want to do in a day. I'll be like, I'm going to audition for this. I'm going to send this self-tape today. I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to read this amount of book, like this amount of pages of my book. And I'm going to do this and this and this and this and this and this. While also like making sure, like taking care of myself, taking breaks, whatever. But I'm not always able to do that stuff. But I've still done a lot in the day. I think it's a really good place to be when you can just like do all this stuff and still have more to do. But it's also hard because it's like, I don't want to live in that. Like, I think there's something kind of scary about living in the future. I just heard a guy talking today, and he was like, you know, I live in the future. I'm always living so far in the future that any situation I'm prepared for. So it makes me a really good entrepreneur, but a really terrible person. And I think that's so interesting because it's like, not terrible person, a miserable person. And I think that's so interesting because it's like, we think that we have to, you know, be so prepared and so think about so much of the future. And like, yeah, that might be good for our job, but is that good for us? Is that good for us as people? I don't know. I don't think so. So I'm just going to keep taking care of myself. I think that's just an extreme. That's the other thing. People just go so extreme when they get older too. It's like, I need to do this all at once. And I've been there. But lately I've been like, no, take it a little bit slower. Like, the things that are meant to happen will happen. As long as you are working and knowing you are giving it your all on one thing or a couple of things, and by a couple, I mean the thing you care about, you want to do for the rest of your life. For me right now, that's acting. I want to be an actor so bad. And I am an actor. And just working, submitting, being dedicated to everything that you're doing. Because that's how you're going to get it. And dedicated not only in just the time when everything's happening. I set a goal for myself this year, and the goal was to get a project that's paid. And this is just me, like, I could not anticipate this, but there was kind of a moment where I was really, really depressed. And it's right when I turned 20. And I was like, man, I haven't done a lot in my life yet. I haven't done a lot for myself yet. Whatever. And I had such a high expectation of like accomplishing X, Y, and Z, having all this accomplished. Because that's the thing about social media that I think is really frustrating, is people make it seem like you have to be a millionaire by 17, by 16. I see kids that are like, I'm making $100,000 a year. It's like, yeah, there's also people that have been trying to work for that for probably 10 years. And they still haven't got it, maybe. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I'm not God. But I just got really depressed. And then something happened. And I got booked for a project where I got to work on set with Andrew Garfield. I never could have anticipated that. Andrew Garfield's one of my favorite actors. Right in that moment, right in that same month when I thought nothing was happening for me, that happened. And so I guess my point in saying that is, no matter how old you are, things will be put into your life, and you can label the thing whatever you want to. I'm gonna label for me. It's God. God put that in my life because He knows He knew that was what I needed. That I was like, hey, you got this. You're doing good. So, whatever you believe in, for me, it's God. I just had a brain fart. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry for that. But I just had a brain fart. But things will happen in your life at perfect moments, at the exact time. And whatever you want to call that, it's just the thing that's happening for you. And it's the thing that is meant to happen. And it's the thing that you're supposed to be doing. And so when those opportunities come up, you just got to remind yourself, like, all right, I'm going to keep going. It's just a little bit more fuel to get to where you ultimately want to be. So that's just my thoughts on like getting older and stuff. That's kind of where I'm at. 20, whatever, got a mustache. I'm an actor. I'm working. But things will start happening if you just dedicate yourself and keep growing, keep learning, keep working on a skill. And yeah, so I guess one more thing that I'm thinking about too is just like, man, what is my kid self thinking? What is myself when I was like 3 thinking? I never thought I was going to be where I am today in a lot of different ways. Like, for example, like I thought I'd be moved out by now. I thought I'd be going to a 4-year. I was originally planning to go to a 4-year after my 2 years at community college. After 2 years. So I was like, I'm going to get out of here and I'm going to go. But I didn't really want to do that anymore. And I'm doing what I want to do. At the end of the day, just do what you want to do. regardless of what people are saying, regardless of what people are thinking. Because that's the other thing when you get older. Some people never let go of the mindset that I need to do it because this person says this, or I need to do it because that person says that. It's like, no, you don't have to do anything. You don't have to listen to them. Whatever you think is right, it's probably right. Whatever your gut is telling you to do, that's your spirit, that's your soul, that's saying, go do it. Because you're not gonna have another chance. The time is now. You don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow, so do it today. Whatever that is. It's funny to me, like the gym, for example. Right? The gym is such an interesting thing because people will always put January as the time to do it. And they'll give up like a month in. And I think that's so interesting because it's like you're basing your goal off something that is temporary. January doesn't last forever. The new year doesn't last forever. Time just keeps going. You think that it's going to happen all at once. And as soon as you start to do it, as soon as you start to make a really big change all at once, at one time, at the beginning of a new year, where there's so much motivation and encouragement, you think that's when it's going to happen for you. But you're relying on what other people say. You're relying on like a false belief that you have to start at a certain time to get where you want to be. Where it's like, that's not true. You could start today. You don't have to wait until then to get it. You don't have to wait until a year from now to start doing it. Just do it now. Why don't you want to do it now? When you're basing like the gym off that, for example, off that, you're basing it off something that's not, that's rooted in something physical. It's not deeply rooted in yourself. And there's also like people that go to the gym for other people. Like I see videos of guys that will like get super fit and they'll do it because they want to get girls or whatever, and then they gain all this weight and lose themselves because they were doing it for the wrong reasons. So don't do it for the wrong reasons. Do it for you. Do it because you want to do it. Do it because you want to build a better life. Whatever that is. It could be the gym. It could be whatever, like the career you want to pursue, or it could be both. It could be all. It could be several things. Just keep doing that. But that's where I'm at. You know, getting older. It's interesting, and yeah. So tune in next time for whatever the hell I'm talking about. I don't know what I'm going to talk about next time, but I'll see you then. Peace.